Many people might not know that, but one of my favorite movies is The Pianist, which is the story of a pianist surviving the Holocaust. I'm also a big fan of the original God of War trilogy, which is the story of one angry Greek boy making a genocide. In a way, you could say that I'm a big fan of genocide. So I decided that my review this month would be on God of War 2018, which is not a remake or some kind of reboot of the franchise. Even though it's not called God of War 4, it's very much a continuation of the previous game. I must say that before it came out, I thought the franchise was dead. I was really surprised to see that after 8 years, there was a new game in this franchise. If you're wondering, is it as good as the old games, or is it good at all? Well, that's perfect. I'm here to answer this question. You see this slick transition? I'm getting better at those. So the story of God of War 2018 started with Kratos and his son Atreus burning the remains of Atreus' mom, one of the only person Kratos didn't kill in this universe. As her dying wish, Kratos' wife wanted her ashes to be scattered on the highest peak of the realm. However, this simple task would quickly become a serious challenge, as it would appear that someone, for some reason, is after them. I know, super fucking vague, but I'm trying not to spoil a good story. Also, the premise might seem simple, but in reality, the story is quite intriguing and complex. As you progress through it, you'll see Kratos and Atreus growing emotionally. Kratos gradually open up to his son, and by the end, he's somewhat of a good father. Give him a couple of games, and he might qualify for Father of the Year. On the other side, you got his son, Atreus. He started off the game as a weak and unassertive child. His whole story is about building up confidence as a warrior. He goes through such a nice evolution. Without spoiling anything, there's a moment in the middle of the game where Atreus shows off how much of a badass he became, and holy shit, that's intense. By the end of the game, Atreus built up so much confidence, he's just like, I'm the motherfucking shit, bow to my command, bitch. Trust me, he's a sweet kid sometime. I really hope that in the next installment he's a playable character. It might not be the popular opinion here, but I would like for the franchise to go the same route that Devil May Cry went. No, not more emo character, but you know, more in the sense that Dante was for a long time the main character and then came in Nero. Anyway, that is yet to be seen if they will indeed go in the same direction. Going back to our little duo, they really drive the story forward, but it doesn't mean that supporting cast and villains are not excellent too. My problem with villains in particular is that there's very few of them. God of War is a franchise that is built on murdering a bunch of gods. In this one, you got less gods and more mythical creature. Well, technically, it wouldn't be so bad to just murder a bunch of mythical creature. I'm totally fine with murdering gods, dragons, titan, whatever the fuck that is, but bosses are supposed to be special, and when you see that you have to kill the same boss over and over with the same finishing move, well, part of the magic of killing things just fade away. Call me a serial killer elitist, but I think each murder should be special. Well, Burrito 2020. Anyway, by the end of the game, I saw that particular animation so often I will probably see it in my dreams at this point. So yeah, definitely a lack of diversity when it comes to bosses. The same could be said for mobs, but mobs, I don't think it's that bad. I was already accustomed to it with the previous God of War. By the way, I know I'm making a lot of comparison with the old God of War, but you really don't need to play them for enjoying God of War 2018. The game was made with the intention of initiating a new generation to this franchise. So every time people refer to Kratos' past, they also take the time to give context so that new players are not too lost. There is some allusion or little moment that only a returning player would understand. Like anything that has to do with the motherfucking cycle, you won't get it. Because I'm already here and I'm generous with my time, I'll explain it. It's actually called the cycle of patricide. It's supposed to be a thing where sons kill their father, like Kratos killed Zeus and Zeus killed Kronos. And then technically Atreus is supposed to kill Kratos, but that is yet to be seen. Anyway, should you pass out on the game because of small flaws like the one I point out today? No. Hell no. Overall, it's still an amazing game. If you aren't convinced by that, well, let me tell you about how the game is amazing on a gameplay perspective. So while a lot of beat 'em all titles are focused on doing the most insane wombo combo ever, God of War 2018 is more focused on controlling and manipulating the rhythm of battle. That might not be the thing that turns you on the most at first glance, but when you start mastering the combat system, you will feel so much rewarded for it. By taking your time and waiting for the right moment to attack and stagger your enemy, you will do an insane amount of damage. This sensation of reward is amplified by your mighty axe. Every hit feels heavy and powerful. The axe is also way much more versatile than I thought before playing the game. You got your regular light and heavy attack, but you can also throw your axe and recall it at any time, like the most badass boomerang ever. Who would have thought that it would be so satisfying to play range with axe? Not me at the very least. However, the most enjoyable thing will always be the special moves. Rage of Spire is coming back with the addition of light and heavy runic attack. Runic attack are special, customable move that you can upgrade. It's fun, there's a decent amount of moves you can choose which one fit your style the most. By the way, those are not the only thing you can level up. With this new installment in the franchise, they decided to implement more RPG element to it, like an open world, side quests, character level. I thought at first that it wouldn't fit in, but actually it's well done. The RPG elements are quite basic, like there was not that many side quests and the map is not overly insanely big. They also made so that exploration is optional. They really don't push it down your throat too much. I think it was the smart move because returning players are more used to the super linear God of War and they won't be disoriented with the new installment. Ultimately, God of War 2018 is a really solid game. Yes, there was a couple of flaws, but I still strongly recommend the game. And if you haven't played it, play it now. Alright, so that is it for the review. I had a ton of fun playing this game. By the way, am I the only one that saw that there was no like sexual moment like in the last trilogy? Like that would have been weird with a little kid around. Whatever. And thanks for watching. I'm still streaming 3 times a week. And yeah, see ya. Peace.